a tough situation where, you know, I live in Connecticut, my academy's in Connecticut, and going back and forth was something that Coach Montgomery and I discussed. It hasn't worked out bad, and we're getting good results.
He said Colorado's where I want to be. There's only 2 Division I schools that are out here, and you're on staff now. So I want to talk to you about your pitching coach. I did my research in checking out his accolades and accomplishments and what he had done before, and it was a no-brainer. So, you know, I knew we'd have to be a little unorthodox the first couple years in terms of our transition. It was well worth it.
Ironically enough, my uncle, who's since passed away, lived in Pueblo. So Celeste and I started coming out here about 6 years ago. We decided a couple years ago that Colorado's where we want to be, and retire. And we had the opportunity to look around, and Mark left Centenary because they went to Division III, and we talked, and he said, let's get you out here. So that's the background on that one.
Mike's presence here has been phenomenal, just even in the part-time status that it was. So to have him here daily to contribute with our pitchers and their workouts, I think you're going to see the consistency factor really rise.
I thought he did a really good job of coming in and working with what I had as far as my pitching style and my mechanics. He didn't really try to change me a whole lot. He did a lot to work with what I already did as a pitcher and just to make it better. And we've really been working on my curveball and my rise ball, and I've made great leaps and strides as far as those pitches go, and I'm really a lot more confident in myself when I throw them and where I'm going to be able to spot them.
Mike's one of the best pitching coaches in the business by far, and the only hiccup we've ever had, honestly, is the fact that he had to run his business back home in Connecticut and was doing the best he could to get out here. But the wait was well worth it.
Over just being able to have him in contact and just know that he's going to be here to, if we have a problem and we don't know what we're doing wrong, just to know that he'll be there to be like, okay, you're doing this and this, instead of having to wait a month.
We focus on command, first and second strike percentage, and the girls here have, I'm really proud of them. They've come in with an open mind. They want to be coached, and they bought into what we're trying to do and what we need out of our pitching staff.
I think the number one thing is his understanding of mechanics. You know, most pitching coaches can teach some spin and some other things in terms of, but Mike really understands the mechanics of the upper body, the lower body, how those two mesh together. He's a great instructor as far as a pitching coach is concerned. I was a pitching coach for 9 years. I called the games. I understood that aspect of it without any problem. But the ability to take mechanics and the teaching of the game and meshing that with the calling of the game and the knowledge of the game, Mike brings all those elements to the table.
We do pitching workouts every day of the week, sometimes up to 1,500 pitches in a week, and I don't even think that was anywhere close to what the pitching staff did before. And I think that really helps keep the endurance that we need for the games and keep the confidence that we need in our pitches.
I have high expectations. I think we're going to see some really good things out of our pitching staff this year.
Well, I know that if anybody's working as hard as I am, that we're going to be pretty good this coming year, and I really hope that we come out this first year in the Big Sky and really rip it up and show everybody who Northern Colorado is.